The quartering is crumbling. His empire of lies is falling down, reduced to rubble, and we're pissing on the fucking ashes of Jer's grave tonight. Let's be real. This guy's fucking cooked. By his own admission, he is now in the YouTube gulag. Meaning his channels are no longer being recommended in the algorithm. They're being throttled. And we have some reason to believe that his connections that he once was able to flex, he may no longer be able to flex anymore. He's admitting that those viewership numbers, the tens of thousands of live viewers that he once had, weren't real. That they were just a result of being on the Rumble homepage. And as we know, for either bots, some sort of multiplication system, whatever.
Whatever it was.
Now he's off the Rumble homepage. There's no more Rumble contract, and he's like a gypsy cockroach, scurrying around from time slot to time slot, trying to find an audience because he doesn't have one. And the chat is just ruthless. Thursday, the Jannies didn't wake up at 9 a.m. Oh. What a surprise! When you don't pay them fucking anything, why would they wake up 4 or 5 hours earlier to sweep for you for free, Jer? Oh boy. So all of the trolls came in and just felted Jer to the point where he's like, I'm just going to turn off the chat. He's like, no other live streamer has a chat anyway. It's like, no, Jer, every live streamer that's worth a fuck has a chat that they interact with, that they read super chats from and stuff like this and take the input of the chat and bounce off of the chat for jokes and things like that. The only people who don't are the boomer dinosaurs on fucking Rumble that think that internet live streaming is network TV, like Dan Bongino, or as Quartering calls him, Bonginio, or Steven Crowder, or, what's his name? Fucking Benny Johnson. But Jeremy, you are not these people. You don't have a huge legacy audience. You don't have institutional backing anymore. You don't have a guaranteed deal anymore where you get money no matter how many people are there or what the engagement is or how many memberships you sell. It's fucking over, boss. And he's groveling and pleading
about that.
Oh my God.
The cope today was insane. We got that edited. We got like so much.
And we have so much
content. We're not gonna even make it there, I think.
It's fucking disgusting because this guy now, every day it's a new cry session, a new cope session, crashing out on the trolls, crying about how he's being harassed and the incredible persecution that he's under. And you've got people like Upper Echelon out here sweeping for him now. The feeding frenzy. And
I just watched the video. What a
mercy to people who are down and out. And we have to go after the politicians and hold them accountable. Motherfucker, we can't hold them accountable. We can barely hold this fat rich cunt accountable, you fucking moron. We're taking out the people that we can take out. We're taking the trash to the fucking curb. Okay, that's what's going on. I just want to remind everybody how this actually started because people, I don't think, understand what Jeremy did. Jeremy Hambley said that he would take everything from us. He would take our YouTube channel. He would take our Kick channel from us. He said he would sue us. He said that he would take everything from us. That's what he said.
By the way,
that he would make us homeless. So he was saying that he was going to kill us, basically. That he was going to take away our ability to support ourselves, to support our loved ones, our own families, because he has that power and he's a fucking king. Well, now when the situation turns around and we're putting the fucking boots to him, as I told him would happen, that if he struck us down, we would become more powerful than we could possibly imagine. Then suddenly all of these people jump in. You can't do this to him. He's suffering already.
Not enough.
I know for a fact that if he took everything from us, was suing us into oblivion, we had no platforms to crowdfund, no platforms to rally an audience from and stream. I know for a fact that nobody would be coming to help us and say that he should stop. Yeah. He would never stop until we were literally fucking dead. So why should we now turn around?
Help us? Would Upper Echelon help us if we lost everything? Fuck you, Upper Echelon, you fucking loser. You don't even know the story.
They would be shitting on us and saying, oh, they got what they fucking deserved. Ha 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 ha. This is what you get. So fuck Jeremy Hambly. Like, in all seriousness, when you state that your goal from the beginning is life ruination and it won't end until we have lost literally everything, unless we kowtow to you and become your servants and delete whatever videos you say and basically swear allegiance to you as some sort of feudal lord, like, fuck you, man. Like, I'm going to fight you to the bitter fucking end. And it's never going to fucking stop, because the moment that we give this guy 1 inch, one bit of breathing room, one opportunity to recover, build himself back up, get all of his millions of dollars back and his millions of followers and viewers back. If he doesn't do it to us and takes away everything that we have, he'll do it to the next person that he feels disrespected. Don Cockleone, Jeremy Hambly. Like, that's the truth of the matter.
Where was Upper Echelon's video when we were threatened, when we lost our fucking clip channel?
It wasn't there. It's only when his buddy Jeremy Hambly is under fire, and it's like, isn't it enough, guys, that he's been humiliated? Isn't it enough that he's disgraced and he's off the Rumble homepage and isn't it enough, guys? It's a feeding frenzy. No, it's not enough.
He has to quit the internet.
He has to fucking, we've honestly stated what has to happen, because it doesn't have to be total life ruination. You know what I mean? Because that's what he said the end game was for us. He said it would be only if our lives were ruined and we lost everything. That's what he said. That was the conditions that he laid down from the very beginning, was utter life ruination, us living in a cardboard box on the fucking side of the road. That's what he wanted to happen. And that's what would have happened if it hadn't have been for the support that we got from other people, bigger creators like Nerdrotic, Heel versus Babyface, Shoe on Head, Brittany Venti, so many others. We
could name them all day. We could name all
and signal boosted our message and made us bigger than ever before. He would have probably got away with all of this fucking bullshit, folks. And so I have no sympathy for him when he won't admit any wrongdoing whatsoever, when he refuses to take any accountability or make any real changes. We've said, get off the internet. It's the same thing Alex Stein said yesterday. Get off the internet for 3-4 months, lose 100 fucking pounds, go to rehab, get fucking sober, and come back as an actually new Christian, a new person. Actually go to church, actually change your life. Show us, not just by word, but by deed, that you are actually a changed person and you aren't just a total fucking monstrous piece of shit. And then maybe there is a path for redemption. But as of right now, the idea that we're just going to, okay, yeah, absolutely, Jer. Yep, we're going to lay off you now. And then Jer rebuilds and builds his war chest to come after us. And
get put the knife in.
And you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to fucking do that. No. That's crazy. It's crazy.
And by the way, okay, so where was Upper Echelon's video on Brie Larson when he was on his 387th video on Brie Larson?
You know,
where was Upper Echelon? Where was that? Lay off of her. Lay off of her.
That's the thing that's crazy about all of this, is Jeremy Hambly does the cancel mob. By the way, I just want to point out this whole cancel mob thing. We don't have any institutional power.
I don't.
We can't take away people's platforms. We can't take away people's banking. And like, to actually be canceled, like in a true sense, you have to have your platforms taken away. You have to take away someone's payment processing, stuff like that. We can't do that, nor would we even want to. But Jeremy Hambley set the rules of engagement as everything is fair game. That's basically what he said. It's life ruination. I will take everything that they have. And then when we go and say, okay, well, we're going to make fun of you relentlessly and scathingly mock you and criticize you every single fucking day until you make this right, then suddenly we're the bad guys. What? How? And by the way, I don't give a fuck if I'm the good guy or the bad guy. Damn. I just want to fucking win at this point. I don't want to have some poo pants cuckold in Wisconsin holding the power of life and death over me. And neither should any other creator on any other platform. This is insane that we have to put up with people acting like they're mafia bosses or kings or gods that everybody has to bow down to and kowtow to, or they're going to snitch on them or sue them or do all this crazy fucking bullshit. Fuck off with you.
Amazing point you made there about the cancel mob thing. We don't have institutional power, right?
Yeah, there is no cancellation. It's just people calling you a piece of shit because you're a piece of shit.
And if we do this show to 11,000 people
do you know who
now,
did have power?
Who?
Quartering.
Yes.
He might not have it anymore.
Well, not anymore. But the thing is,
we'll talk about it.
If we have 11,000 people watching us and we convince them to think he's a piece of shit and laugh with us, that's not canceling. That's people going, they make great points. Fuck that piece of shit. We're not going behind the scenes like, hey, could you get his channel removed? Hey, get him banned. In fact, I don't want his channel banned. I don't want his channel banned.
I want him to continue making content so I can keep making fun of his bitch ass and making a bunch of fucking money off of his ass. And honestly, when the guy is in the drama business and has been in the drama business for decades, and let's not forget, during like all of these anti-SJW crusades that he was on with all of these various women, probably a half a dozen e-thoughts over the years, he had no mercy for them. When they were crying out that they were being harassed, they were being abused, they were getting death threats, he laughed at them and said, I don't fucking believe you, post proof. But then when we do that to him and laugh at him and go, yeah, right, you fucking victim, crybaby, snowflake, post receipts, he doesn't post receipts of any of the abuse whatsoever. It's like, I'm sorry, you can't operate like this for a decade and then expect everybody to be merciful and take down the torches and the pitchforks when you started total retard war towards life ruination and taking everything somebody had. And that's just what I want people to be out there.
And then he ended up being friends with the dude on Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
After 3 death threats, he's still friends with him on Facebook.
What are we doing? And so, yes, we were making fun of Quartering but like, here's the thing. Quartering tries to pretend like we started this beef, but this thing goes back like a decade. This thing goes back to the days of the Skeptic versus Sweetie Squad wars and arcane internet lore and Quartering telling Andy he hopes that Andy overdoses and dies. When Andy was down and out and Andy was struggling, Andy reached out to Quartering and said, like, hey, man, like, can we do a collab? Hey, man, can we do something?
No, I apologize. Remember, because I was on my arc where I apologized to everyone that I got when I was on coke and shit that I was mad with. Or had a
Which, by the way, is what you should do when you're an addict and you abused all sorts of people. Yeah.
Yeah, I messaged everyone. Everyone's like, yeah, man, no problem. It's been years. The one person... Okay, some people like didn't respond to me, which is fine, obviously.
Yeah.
But one guy publicly posted, you're going to be dead in a ditch, you're an addict, and no one will work with you again, and I'm going to laugh when you die.
Yeah.
That was
Quartering.
After I apologized.
And that was Quartering.
By the way, I never even hurt his feelings.
And so then, by the way,
I see for that
we were making fun of Styx Hexenhammer because he was destroying his life in alcoholism, crumbling. Jeremy Hambley was bailing him out of jail for domestic assault and all this crazy fucking shit, right? So we start catching wind of Quartering like being a fucking weird guy, being a lolcow. Then he starts begging for money, like saying he's selling his Nintendo, his Neo Geo collection. He needs this money for this coffee equipment. He put $300,000 on a credit card, which we now learned was a home equity line of credit, and then another $80,000 apparently on credit cards, and he was worried he was going to lose everything, and he needed everybody to buy the Mother's Day boxes, so we're making fun of that. And then he was saying he was going to lose his Rumble contract. And so then I start watching his show, and then I realize he's being really creepy with these female co-hosts. So I bring it up on my show, like, he's being creepy with these female co-hosts. Then the AmFest disaster happened.
Diarrhea story.
Where, by the way, he's scamming people, raising this money when he's supposedly a multimillionaire. Then he doesn't deliver on any of the rewards for AmFest,
and then
any of the autographed cards. Yeah, and then, by the way, as he's scamming all these and begging for money and all this stuff, he's flaunting all of his material possessions, his Rolex watches, his RC cars. So throughout this entire, we're just pointing this stuff out. And then we're going back over his old lore and the speculation that perhaps there's a Sky Bowl or some sort of pizza bowl, because why is he so upset that his wife is going out for pizza? But the thing is, like, the main focus of attack was never on like his wife or his family life or anything like that. There were jokes here and there, and we went over, but it was mostly watching Quartering show and dissecting Quartering show for the boring, creepy train wreck that it was.
Yep.
And it was him that escalated this to a life ruination level where he said that he would take everything from us. Okay. Our goal was not to take everything from him. It was to have another segment on our show where we made fun of somebody and we made money, because that's what we do. We do drama, we do comedy, we go, and it's like he just couldn't handle it. So many times throughout us making fun of him, he would like reach out in DMs crying like a fucking bitch. And it's like, no, I'm not going to stop making fun of you just because you're crying like a fucking bitch. And because I wouldn't respond to his DMs at all, because I don't want anything to do with shady, greasy characters like him that I've known for a decade plus are shady and greasy. He then goes to Josh Moon and tries to say that we have to take down all of our videos about him. And this is the thing. If we gave in to that and we let Quartering take down all of our videos, what's to stop the next person from saying, well, you have to take down your videos, right? Like very soon, like we're just finished. Like we're done. Like,
what's the point of even doing a show?
Like what's even the point? Like this guy is a big fucking baby.
Like,
so I called
terrorists, right? So
I called what I thought was his bluff, because I really didn't think he had all of this power that he claimed to have had, right? I call his bluff. I say, fuck you, pal. I'm not taking this shit down. This is crazy. And Josh Moon leaks the DMs and exposes the whole extortion scheme. And I figured once it's exposed that this is what Jeremy's plan was, he's not actually going to go through with this, because it would be career suicide. Because I know what happens to false flaggers like Mundane Matt, especially open ones that are trying to intimidate people in the right-wing space, in the free speech space, in the anti-SJW space, although that terminology is very archaic today, and the constant use of SJWs again, by the janitors. It's like, guys, this terminology hasn't even been in like vogue since COVID, if not like 2 years before that, okay? Which goes to show like these people have just been coasting in the same grift for like a decade straight without updating anything, without getting up to speed with the discourse, with the memes, with the culture wars, without anything. Okay. That's how easy the grift that a lot of these fucking Jannies for Quartering and Quartering himself, that's how easy their grift is. Okay. So he decided to actually go ahead and do this thing and not just do it after he had already been caught that this was his plan and it was all public. But then 20 minutes later, to post a birthday card that was casino themed.
Again, by the way, 2 channels, same time, no strikes, right in a row. Mine first to say I was bannovating on Clip channel in a row. Anyone who keeps going, But how do you, if you don't think that's what happened, you're a retard and deserve to get the
it's to the point now where this is the public consensus, and Melanie Mack got community noted for it because it's beyond any reasonable doubt at this point. And then, you know, the DMs with Bering that just came out last week
admitting it again.
He's admitting to it and making threats again, and in this whole situation, right? So our clip channel goes down. Andy's main channel goes down, right?
Mine first, then clip channel.
And then the clip channel for ban evasion, which it wasn't ban evasion. This whole situation is greasy as fuck. Let me try and explain to you guys what's been going on and the bullshit bittersweet resolution
really bittersweet.
that we received today. Because it's like, I guess partially a win, but we're not getting our channels back, right?
Well, our editors
not getting his livelihood. Like, there's no guarantees in any of this shit. I just want to lay that out to people, and I just want to say we don't have stone cold receipts that what I'm about to lay out for you guys is what's going on. But if you have two brain cells to rub together and some common sense, this is most likely what went on. Okay. So Jeremy has this female YouTube representative that's an employee at Google, okay? This isn't like the normal representative that a lot of people get where it's like some fucking, as he says, Pajit in a call center somewhere where they don't really have any power or authority. This is a high-ranking Google employee, okay? This Google employee oversees our case. Okay, they unilaterally have the power to do whatever they want with our channel. Okay,
both channels,
and there's both channels because they went to it first. Okay, this is the situation we were facing. So we're appealing this situation, and our appeals are just going into the void. We're in limbo.
And by the way,
this is supposed to be
YouTube for a month and a half reply, and then when they figured out it was flagged. No response. And by the way, I had a big YouTuber who talks to Team YouTube all the time. Saying this is weird. They always message me back.
This is the thing. We had multiple people behind the scenes, big YouTubers, you know, people that don't want to be named, people with hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers were intervening on our behalf behind the scenes, going to their representatives, trying to get this overturned. And they're all like, this is really strange. I'm not hearing anything back on this. Normally,
they message me back immediately.
Normally, they message me back. What was going on here? And this is speculation on our part, okay? But this is what is happening. Quartering's YouTube representative never wanted to give a definitive resolution to this case because if it was definitive that we were banned or not banned, we could then actually go through the appeals process or the pilot program for getting reinstated.
A new channel.
There's a pilot program to get reinstated on YouTube, and it might take a month, it might take 6 months, or whatever. But there's an opportunity for us to come back to YouTube. Whereas if it's just held in the void with no resolution forever, there's no way of us legitimately coming back to the platform.
May I add one more thing too? They kept replying to Flake on email saying, no, the appeal did not go through. You are still banned. But then in the appeal YouTube studio, it says your appeal is under review.
Yes.
And so was mine constantly.
Yes.
The emails came back, but they're supposed to conclude the case.
Yeah. It would come back saying, oh, you guys are done. Okay, it's over. But it wouldn't be.
So we can't apply for the pilot program,
There would be no option in studio for us to apply for the pilot program, which is fucked.
That's crazy.
So eventually it got to the point where we're like, we're not getting this channel back. Like we've been completely fucked. And if YouTube admits fault in this, they open themselves up to liability,
big lawsuits,
news articles, and all sorts of bullshit. So they're not going to admit fault in this if there is shady, scummy shit going on. So we just want a resolution to this. Either, great, we won the appeal and got it back, but we're like, just tell us it's fucking over so we can apply to the pilot program. But they wouldn't do that. This dragged on and on and on. And it would have dragged on potentially indefinitely forever.
Probably.
Except for the fact that Flaked lives in Ireland. Our editor lives in Ireland.
So what does
Ireland,
that mean, Ashton?
So Ireland is a part of the European Union. And we all know that the European Union has stronger consumer protection laws. But it's not enough. We still would have been fucked if he was in some other EU country, if he was in Germany or France or whatever.
Anywhere.
We still probably would have been fucked.
However,
But because YouTube's European campus and headquarters is located in Dublin, Ireland, there are specific agreements that YouTube made with the government of Ireland to be able to have the headquarters there and operate out of Ireland that provides stronger consumer protections for Irish people. Ooh. And so we've been spending this whole week, Flaked retained legal counsel, and he was talking back and forth with the lawyer. And there was a few different roadblocks that was like, I don't know if we can go through this process. One of them was, had we actually taken money from Flake and established that with him, then it wouldn't have been able to go through. Yeah. But because all of the commerce regarding the channel was done within Ireland, it was fine. And we could move forward through this process. Now, what this agreement between the government of Ireland and YouTube means is that Irish citizens are entitled to a speedy resolution of YouTube appeals, meaning that it had to be done within a certain amount of time, which they hadn't done. Mm-hmm. So when the lawyer contacted YouTube and said, you're in violation of my client's rights here, you fucked up and you haven't provided a resolution within the time required by consumer guidelines, YouTube shot their fucking pants within 24 hours.
14 hours, 14. Because last night the lawyer put it in last night. Yep. 14
hours, the channel, the case was taken away from the YouTube employee, which we believe is Jeremy Hambley's YouTube rep, taken away from him, or her rather, and given to the legal department. And the legal department resolved it as, too bad, so sad, you're fucked. Okay? It's over. You're not getting the channel back. But at least we're no longer in the void. At least we're no longer in limbo. And there's now a path forward through the pilot program, right? But here's where it's interesting, and here's where we all know it's shady, the situation.
I didn't know this, by the way, until the morning. While I was talking to Flaked, I checked my email. I'm talking to Flaked. I'm asking him for all the details, screenshots, And I'm like, while I'm talking to him, I'm on my phone. I open my email. I'm like, bro, they resolved mine as well. We just went after it.
But
the clip chat.
That's the thing, right? We're not in the European Union.
Yeah.
We're not in Ireland. We're not entitled. Andy's not entitled to these consumer protections.
At all.
But then somehow within that same time period, Andy's channel gets the resolution as well. So obviously there was some shady fucking bullshit afoot with what this YouTube representative that Jeremy had was fucking doing. Now, people have asked, do you have this person's name? No, we don't. Do you know if they got fired or disciplined?
I hope.
No, we don't. We hope so.
I hope they're fired.
Do you know if Jeremy still has the services of this representative? No, we don't. We don't know these things. But based on what we're seeing play out, we can make some sort of speculation as to what's going on. I think when Jeremy says he's in the YouTube gulag, it means that this representative is not going to help him in the same way anymore.
To Rumble, by the way.
He's moving everything to fucking Rumble, where they also took him away from the homepage and took away his deal. Mm-hmm. He's seeing that his views are collapsing on YouTube. The algorithms against him, the SEO's poisoned against him because the detractor videos are getting more views, etc., etc. So ultimately, it's not like a total casino victory. It's very bittersweet.
It's bittersweet. It confirms to me that I was like, okay, we weren't crazy. Because I was talking to Flake and I'm like, yo, wait, what? Because he only mentioned his channel. I guess what happened was when they picked up this case, it obviously has my fingerprints all over it. They're like, okay, just resolve his right now too.
Yeah.
I didn't head to a lawyer. It was flaked. Well,
it was all
we were,
flaked.
talking
It was
to him
all
and
going
stuff,
on
but
in Ireland because there's a separate system of arbitrations through the consumer protections over there that are established that we don't have in Canada or America, right?
Bullshit.
So that's the situation there. Hopefully we do manage to get a new YouTube channel through this pilot program. But ultimately, Jeremy Hambley took away our editor's livelihood, a channel that had 60,000 plus subscribers on it, that was generating 5 figures of revenue every single month from our editor. And so in my mind, this is life ruination bullshit that he's been doing, to where our editor's having sleepless nights. He doesn't know how he's going to pay his bills, doesn't know what his path forward is going to be. What the fuck? He put this on our editor and he put this on us. And so the idea that we're now going to forgive him and stop making fun of him and let him rebuild and regrow and come back and do this shit to us again.
No, thank you.
No, I'm sorry. Fuck you. So that's the situation as it stands right now. And I just wanted to go through the whole thing again for you guys so you can understand our perspective on this and why we don't think that it's, oh my God, it's so wrong, the feeding frenzy and the hate mob and the cancellation mob.
If he was
it.
Like a preacher who did Bible verses on YouTube, and we're okay, I can see why you'd be upset. This is
what I mean?
Drama mongering,
yes, and has been.
Fuck. Right,
you know what I mean? For years and years, smeared other YouTubers, covered their controversies, their dramas, and not just 1 or 2 or 3 videos, but dozens or hundreds of videos on people until he had bled everything out of it he possibly could. And then when we do that to him, it's wrong? No, fuck you. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. And we've had times where we've had to eat shit and we've had to admit wrongdoing, or we've had to apologize, or we've had to go through times where our entire chat was fucking tomatoes, just like his is fucking oranges.
Yep.
Do you know what we didn't do?
We ate shit
we,
for a bit.
We didn't fucking ban every single person, turn the entire fucking chat into a total fucking hug box,
or
fucking cry and whine and complain and make the entire content focused on the trolls and on the haters. We kept doing our same content, and we hoped that the audience would be entertained by us enough to forgive our indiscretions and continue to support the show. And that's usually what works. But he's gone so far and beyond anything. And then the lack of any sort of repentance, the lack of any sort of change, the lack of any sort of break. It's like, fuck you, man. You have to go through the process of eating fucking shit in order to get your redemption. You don't just get to say you're redeemed and you decided that, bro. That's not the case. We're the aggrieved parties in this. Listen, what we were doing was internet shit talk, Jeremy. That's what we were doing. Something you've participated in gleefully for a decade, Jeremy. Now, were we more scathing and more cruel and potentially more funny than a lot of people are? Absolutely, we fucking were, right? But where do you draw the line? You're not the one who gets to decide where the line is on what you can and can't make fun of or what you can and can't criticize, my friend. You aren't that guy, bro. And so you decided that because people are making fun of your show in a relentless fashion on a constant basis, that you had the power to ruin their lives. And now when people are fucking with you and stomping on you, you fucking cry. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. Get fucked, Jer. Get fucked, buddy.
I can't believe people actually thought we were, oh, be nice. That Upper Echelon video like blew me away. I was like, I can't believe he's okay. So just let him all right, just let him stab us. Where were all the videos about us being banned, of us being attacked from Upper Echelon, from everyone defending Jeremy right now, Chrissy Mayer? Where was it? And now we're the cancel.
It never was.
Making jokes about him.
It never
and
was.
Exposing him.
Well, ultimately, the God's honest truth of this whole thing is we've been punching up the entire time. We're the underdogs.
Yeah.
This is a guy with millions of subscribers, millions of dollars, institutional backing, employees at YouTube that he claims are in his pocket and that he can have take down whatever the fuck he wants. And now he's the victim and we're the fucking bullies because his life ruination attempts on us blew us up to the point where we're now much bigger than him in terms of live viewership. What sense does that fucking make?
And social media and I mean, Rod Jared's chat. I have it here. Rod Jared's chat had, after I tweeted it, had 260 people watching when I was in there. It was very funny, everyone. It was so much fun. I woke up early for that one, but goes 3 times as fast. He's got 1,800 viewers. Rod Jared 250, and the chat is triple speed.
And I gotta just say,
how
with Tim Pool and Redheaded Libertarian and these other fucking
Tim
nobodies.
Pool.
Are you guys serious? You really think that quartering's going to affect the midterms? I just don't know what to say. Like, quartering has no impact on anything in a grand political sense. There's not one person whose vote or mind was changed by the quartering at all. Like, none of this has any impact. And by the way, Tim, neither do you. Like, these guys on the internet. It's crazy.
I watched it yesterday.
We don't have time. We don't have the luxury or the privilege of this when the midterms are going.
He's an energy consultant.
It's like you guys aren't anything. You guys are fucking nobodies pretending like you're these grand poobahs that have this
redheaded
massive
girl again?
Redheaded libertarian. She's the one that was taking money for Animal Farm. It's like you guys have time to complain about movies, but we can't complain about a guy going around censoring people on YouTube and sweeping things up. What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense at all.
But how are we going to fix climate change if we go after the quartering? How are we going to? That's what he says at the end of the clip. But we're trying to change climate change.
I'm going to be real. It's a lot easier to fix the quartering problem than it is to fix the climate change hoax or George Soros or the globalists or the vaccine. Like, these things, genuinely, we have very little control over, if not none at all. And this is the thing, is it's like, when people do have an opportunity to exercise their voices and exercise some small amount of control and have some sort of release valve, these people poo-poo it and are like, no, you can't do that. You must focus on Vivek Ramaswamy's Ohio gubernatorial. Fuck Vivek. Fuck the rhinos. Fuck the establishment GOP. I don't give a single fuck about them because they don't give a single fuck about any of us. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't care. But this is all WWE
I don't know
anyway.
anything about the... How would you say this? If he flagged... Yeah, I saw how he's flagging people. If that's true, I don't know. I didn't research it. Then he should be punished for that. That's all you have to say. But no, but she was on the Hill. She, like, this guy's an energy consultant.
For the guys, in chat who say we're Canadian, our system is rigged as fuck too.
Oh, beyond.
It's rigged everywhere in the Western world.
Rigged,
Did you fucking dummies not go through COVID? The orders were the same everywhere. Everywhere people were being fucking locked down. Now, in some places, it was more extreme than in other places. But when you see in pretty much every corner of the globe, the same thing, all going on at the same time, regardless if it's Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, it's all going on at once. You think the orders don't all come down from on high? Anyway, that's neither here nor there, to be honest. But it's just ridiculous, this elitist attitude that we're not allowed to criticize some guy on YouTube because there's bigger things going on out there. There's always bigger things going on. There's always grand geopolitical issues that are beyond what we can control. I'm going to try and control what I can fucking control and talk about what I want to talk about. And I'm not going to be gatekept by fucking Tim Pool. Well, then the crying would never, ever, ever fucking end.
Yep.
Holy
Tim
shit.
Pool has to realize what he's ignoring here. This is an actual free speech issue and a YouTube manager issue, which is his fucking wheelhouse. Both things. I couldn't even believe it. Just say I don't know anything about it, and then move on. To act like an elite, like
that was the thing. All he had to do is say, "Listen,
I don't know anything about this shit.
I don't know anything about it," and he could have said, "I have better things to do." You know what I mean? That's it. But like this obfuscation or whatever, and it's this thing is once these guys get to a certain level of mainstream success, they're all in the cool kids club. They're all in the grifter club together. And they all sweep for each other. They all protect each other. They all go to these parties. They all go on each other's shows. They're all in each other's DMs. Nobody wants to offend this person or that person. Mm-hmm. And that's where I think Camelot got into trouble too, is because he tried to play both sides on this shit. Yeah. Where he wants to be a part of the side calling out Quartering and calling out Chrissy Mayer and all this stuff. But he doesn't want to fully burn the bridge with Chrissy Mayer or these other grifters because it won't be financially advantageous to him in the future. So he's over there in the DMs. Chrissy's saying he's apologizing to me. He's bowing down to me, trying to maintain these connections. And they're both claiming different things in the DMs. But neither one will produce all of the DMs publicly because they know that the DMs...
He would leak all DMs to me today.
Well, but it's not to me. Do it to the public. This is a public dispute. Yeah. We are all tired. Everyone is tired of disputes being settled behind closed doors in back coat rooms where greasy, slimy grifter deals are cut between people. Oh, this is going to happen. And then we're going to get this in exchange. Fuck that. Let the thing be litigated in the public square. Yeah. And I'm just really sick and tired. And my whole, from the beginning of me being on the internet, I have always been going against these soulless grifter snakes. These people who stand for nothing but the bottom line, who've never, ever sacrificed anything and will never sacrifice anything for anything. They will always play by the rules. They will always give the milquetoast, acceptable take of what's going on at any given time, whatever they think is in their financial best interest, and they're all in an incestuous cabal together. And I'm not just going to suddenly rehabilitate somebody or cover for somebody that was like that for years and years and years, but today, because they see it's fashionable to make fun of Jeremy Hambly, are now going to pretend like they have principled stances. To me, it's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. What's done in the dark is going to come to the light. These people will be rooted out one by one by one. This is the thing, is like people talk about like the midterms and conservative politics and the mission. If conservative politics is what Jeremy Hambly is, I don't want to be a part of conservative politics.
Fuck this.
If the whole point of being a conservative is so that you can creep on women like that, do weird sexual harassment, go out to the Ren Fair, blackout drunk and disturb families on their fucking weekend, go around threatening and blackmailing people who are criticizing you, pooping your pants. And, you know, this is the thing. He has no passion for anything. He has no fucking talent for anything. It's just reading news articles poorly. I'm sorry. People like this need to go. You wonder why your political cause keeps losing, aside from the fact that it's all controlled. None of this fucking matters anyway. It's because the people representing you are fucking scum. Yeah. They're trash. They're just the same as the left. They just say the right words. They pay lip service to your ideals and what you believe in. But then when push comes to shove and you see how they live, they don't live up to it in any way. They're trash. Fuck these people. They don't represent me. Who elected Quartering to be the arbiter of the right wing? What the fuck are we doing here?
Why are we infighting? If this is infighting, I don't want to be in this.
Was it infighting when Donald Trump destroyed Jeb Bush and the Bush criminal crime family? And like seriously, Was it infighting when Donald Trump came up on that stage and called out every single one of them for being insiders, for being incestuous snakes that were on the take from special interest groups that were in the swamp, and that all of them were compromised and blackmailed by the swamp? No, it was righteous as fuck is what it was. So I'm tired of hearing infighting. How do you expect to take over the right wing and make it the way we want it to be when we can't criticize the gatekeepers and the establishment and the people who keep failing us again and again and again? I'm tired of these old millennial and Gen X fucks with their libertine sympathies who grew up when gay marriage was accepted, abortion was accepted, and they really don't have any problem with any of that shit, okay? And their sympathies are completely liberal, trying to tell us what the right wing is and isn't. Fuck you. There's a young group of new people coming in the grassroots that don't want you, Quartering. They'll never accept you. And it's the same thing with people like Steven Crowder.
You're a leftist because
we're not leftists.
You know what I mean?
We're not. We've lost so much. Platform after platform after platform. Friend after friend after friend. Do you know? Like, it's not easy. Especially in Canada, where we are, to have the sort of views that we have. They can put us in jail.
Gone.
Yeah, they can put us in jail for
making fun of someone.
You just got to understand, like in Canada, it's actually illegal now to teach the word of God about homosexuality. They'll ticket, they'll fine, they'll put preachers that go out and teach the gospel teachings on homosexuality. They drag them in front of kangaroo courts here called human rights tribunals and fine them tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars and ruin their fucking lives. Okay? So I don't want to hear from people who've never had to risk anything to speak the things that they say that I'm a leftist. Because trust me, this show in Canada, any day under the Carney majority may go away. And people wonder, why don't you focus on politics more? Why don't you focus on politics more?
No, thank you.
There's nothing we can fucking do. We try the best that we can. You know, we try the best that we can.
We push the line. But if we did a full politics show, if we did This Week in Kakada as a normal show every day, we'd be fucking felted. We'd be raped.
We would be.
We would be. So we don't do that. We actually don't do that. Yeah.
Like do you see what they did to the truckers here in Canada? Oh. They seized their bank accounts. There was no due process. Anyway, I'm just tired. And I don't think many people are falling for this. I'm a conservative, so you can't criticize me, or I'm a Christian, so you can't criticize me. But it brings my fucking piss to a boil that these arguments are being made, especially by people who really haven't done anything except sit on the internet and talk about the latest woke Disney movie. It'd be one thing if this motherfucker was organizing in real life, but he's not. He hasn't done anything. So fuck him and fuck the people sweeping for him.
And also, he didn't even apologize. He didn't even apologize. Why would we forgive him or stop going after him when there's no apology? Fuck him. How about he does the first move? You know what I mean?
I'll just say this. It's very easy to say woke bad. Everyone knows that woke is bad. What do you actually stand for? If you're going out there as a political commentator and you're talking all day long about politics, but you seem to have no real coherent ideology or worldview beyond woke bad and the Hollywood movies are bad, I'm sorry, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. You're not doing anything. You're just grifting off of people's resentment for Hollywood humiliating us and our culture over and over and over again. Okay? I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is.
By the way, guys, thank you for being here. Holy shit, 12,000 people watching. Sub to our locals. I had a show yesterday. It was fucking amazing. It was a lot of fun with everyone there.